The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you with us. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. QR codes. Do you get them? Do you use them?
Well, they are apparently the most creative thing to come out of marketing in a very long time. Our guest is Henry Reith. He's from Australia, and he runs Refined Events, who is Australia's most creative marketing agency. They specialize in food and drinks and Clever QR, and they provide custom QR code designs and marketing strategies. But what he's most known for is his creative marketing, and he's here to talk to us about how to use QR codes to run the most creative marketing strategy ever. Henry Reith, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Good morning, guys. Good to be with you.
Well, it is very nice to have you up in the middle of the night to call in and chat with us. Henry, what are those QR codes? I mean, you see these little black and white little splotches everywhere. What do they do?
Well, I think the first thing is that you've said QR many times in the last minute or so.
Right.
That stands for quick response. It's a quick response code. It takes you somewhere. Generally, it's to a digital place. So any digital information you want to store, such as a website address or maybe a Twitter address or something like that. So they sort of started about 10 years ago in Japan, of all places, when everyone got their camera phones. And it's only over the last couple of years they've started becoming popular around the world. And the U.S. has really caught on in the last couple of years. In fact, doing my stats tonight, Denver actually saw one of the highest increases in usage in 2011, surprisingly enough.
We're very trendy here in Denver. And Henry, I know I see as a consumer, I've seen the QR codes in a magazine or on a storefront or on a product, and I know what to do with it with my smartphone. But from a small business, I think, small business owners, we're just not that creative when it comes to marketing. So what are some things that you see that small business is doing? How can we take advantage of this movement?
Well, I think for small businesses to take advantage, they first need to, get hold of a QR code, and they can do that at somewhere like qrstuff.com, or if you go onto Google, you can search them out. QR code generators brings up a whole list of websites that will generate you a QR code. For small businesses, I think it's really important that that you send people somewhere that they can interact with you, that you're going to get a response from them in the future. Don't just send them to your regular website. I think that's really important. Send them somewhere like your Facebook fan page where they can click like, they can like you straight away, or maybe to your Twitter page, and they can follow you instantly from there as well. So let people interact with you. Let people follow you in some way. I think that's a really good tip for small businesses.
I think that is a brilliant definition, if you will, Henry, because in many cases we see people just lining up those QR codes with a static web page. And
because that's that's what we have is a website. And so
right.
We think, well, let's send them to our website.
No. This is a social media environment, our world. I mean, listen, you're calling in via Skype through social media, and we're dealing with a different kind of mentality these days. Nobody wants to go to a static page. We want interaction. We want connection.
Okay, so a don't is don't do a static page. What are some other don'ts that we need to be paying attention to, Henry?
I think I think we mentioned it quite a few times as QR stands for quick response. So don't send them somewhere that's going to take 25 minutes to load, because people get bored. We're in the world of 15 seconds. So a really important thing we say to all of our customers is if you can't achieve the result in 15 seconds, it's not a QR code. So I think that's a really important point, and make sure it works. You'll be surprised how many QR codes we see from very big corporations that I really wish I could mention on the radio, but I'd get sued.
So would we, so please don't.
But even the big guys are sending people to places that don't work on a mobile phone. So please remember when you make them, it has to work on a mobile phone, the place you go. Even if it's your regular website, just check it does actually work on your phone before you send people there.
Isn't that funny that you even have to mention that, Henry? Because you're right, we're taking the picture from our phone, so it better work on our phone. And as a company, we don't always think about those little details. And so this is why we need those experts. It's why we bring in experts from all around the world. How about, what are some really cool things that you've seen with QR codes, Henry?
Well, one thing that we've seen that we really love is we put them on all of our business cards, and pretty much anyone that comes near us, we just tell them, on your business cards, because it can hold all of your information. How many times do we all pick up business cards, start typing the name in, get distracted, someone picks up the phone, calls us, and we lose the business card. So you can encode them with all of your V-card information. You scan it on your phone, and the information straight. The response rate for people is so much higher with that kind of thing. That's one really cool use. And another good use that we've seen is also on stationery. They don't have to be that big, although size does matter. They don't have to be that big. Put the stationery code, put it on the stationery, and if a quick the code of the stationery on there, and it makes it a lot easier when they're reordering the stationery. And one last really cool use is that in cafes, how many times, I know the US is a bit more advanced than us in Australia, but how many times do you have to go to the desk? Oh, can I have the wireless password? And then you write it down, you go away, and it doesn't work. You can actually encode the wireless password into the QR code, and you know it's the right password, so you can let people scan the code, maybe at the till, or when they're getting their coffee. And it takes all of the problems out of misspelling things and writing the wrong code down.
Absolutely, and you improve that customer experience. And he did mention the size of the QR code. I had a shampoo bottle that had the teeniest, tiniest little QR code, and my phone wouldn't
Imagine that. It wouldn't work. What are you using your phone in the shower for anyway? All right, so Henry, you have a website that people can come and look at some of your custom designed QR codes, and I'm on the website right now. My goodness, you've got some creative things. I love the soup. It looks like a restaurant soup ladle in the middle of a QR code. Give us the contact information for that, will you?
Yeah, definitely. Our website is www.cleverqr.com.au. And you can also go on there. You can send us an email to clever@cleverqr.com.au. Or, of course, go on the website and fill out the contact form, and we'll get hold of you wherever you are in the world. We'll get hold of you as soon as possible.
Isn't that amazing? You're in Australia, but you're working with folks here in North America, and that is just the power of the internet these days.
And I have to say, the Aussies are certainly doing well in the Olympics and doing well also with their internet technology. They're a little more advanced to us. So Americans, remember, don't forget the .au at the end of your URL. cleverqr.com.au will get you right to Henry's front door, and he will. You'll be talking to one of Australia's leading designers.
Absolutely. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners today, Henry?
Yeah, I think just from the experience now, if you've ever got an important meeting or something, and it might be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it might be 3 o'clock in the morning, go for a quick walk just before that meeting. It really wakes you up.
Was that your advice? Did you take your own advice this morning, Henry?
Yes, it's about 3 degrees outside, so a quick, brisk 5-minute walk to the end of the road certainly woke me up this morning.
And we know that it's about 3 o'clock in the morning where you are. We appreciate your sacrifice for calling in. Henry Reith, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much for having me, guys.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, folks, don't go anywhere because, as you know, the Experience Pros not only talks about business and your business, but we also make the business of life our business. And so when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about life and how to heal after difficult times. We'll be right back on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.